The following episode of UNB Live was recorded November 13th, 2025. Hello again, friends, and welcome to episode 30 of UNB Live, your community, your issues, your show, of course. Coming to you now on Zoom, which we also call winter driving season around here. My name is Bob Price, alongside Santa's favorite helper and Upper Nicola Band Communications Officer, Diana Boston.
Well, Bob, I'm not too sure about the favorite little helper part, but I am sure that this is my favorite time of the year as Christmas excitement begins to build throughout the Upper Nicola community. Our annual Christmas Tree Enchantment fundraiser is about to launch, and we're so pleased to have band administrator Colette Sunday with us, as Colette is the one that brought this to fruition.
Indeed. But first, Diana, before we talk Christmas trees, we're going to kick things off, as we always do, with the latest community news. The UNB Rundown next. Well, of course, the rundown is all about you. Latest UNB community news. And Diana, we want to begin with the next general band meeting coming up, which is also changing for the winter months.
Yes, we are going to Zoom for November 26th at 6 p.m. There is the usual Zoom channel that has not changed. So to get to access that, you need to go to the website, click on the calendar, and the GBM will be there with the Zoom link. So you click on that and the host will let you in.
Well, Diana, you mentioned the website. Before we go on, I also think it's pretty important to make it super easy for Upper Nicola Band members not to miss important news and various events. If anyone isn't signed up already for this email edition of the newsletter, how do we fix that?
Very simple. You send myself an email at communications@uppernicola.com and just put a little note saying I would like to receive the email edition of the newsletter.
Diana, time running out to get registered for First Nations Leadership Orientation Program.
Yes, the deadline's this weekend actually, as the course starts on Monday and runs through the week, and that's at the NVIT Merritt campus.
This next, we've mentioned this before, but it's certainly worth repeating. The Nicola Similkameen School District is wanting the Upper Nicola Band's input as they consider the future, and a future that might include a school closure.
Yes, the Upper Nicola community and the area uses two schools that are in question. So they're going to have an engagement session for the parents and community at the Lakeview Custom Tima office with dinner at 5 with discussions to follow. And that will be on Tuesday, the 18th.
A must-know event coming up, a must-know deadline, I should say, coming up regarding the Healthy Child and Youth Living Initiative. What's the deadline?
The deadline to sign up is November 28th, and you sign up with Nadine into volunteer hours for the Christmas tree enchantment. And we're asking that every household with a child put in 4 hours. And if you just want to volunteer, that's even great too. It's great to have the community come together and for a great cause.
And this initiative, up to $300 per child.
Yes, it is. Up to 18.
Up to 18. Another fast approaching event for the grandmothers, Kustum Tima.
Yes, we have Children and Care Community Engagement Initiative, and that's going to be taking place on Monday the 17th. You can go in person at Naquala Gym, or you can join via Zoom for the discussions at 6. And if you want any more information on that, you can contact Carol Holmes.
This is certainly worth celebrating. The official launch of the brand new UNB Language House coming up.
Yes, it's quite exciting that we finally, get to see the outcomes of a lot of the hard work that's been going on behind the scenes. So on the 19th is when they're going to have a celebration, and that celebration is going to be dinner and other events happening. I don't recall exactly what they're all doing, but I know that they're having a giveaway and everything's of the sorts,
Yeah,
food
yeah.
included.
Been a lot of work put into this, so it's big to see it come to life, and it's just absolute wonderful, in the preservation of language and culture and everything else. Also, I'm thinking that I noticed a question from the mailbag recently. A viewer wondering about a new skateboard park. It's not really skateboard season per se, but something is in the works on the skateboard park. What's the latest on that?
Well, it's a pump track, so it's not just for skateboarding, it's for all different wheeled things, I guess. But that's in the works, it's in the designs. It is something that we are going to be discussing soon. So unfortunately, I do not have too much details on that, but I do know there is a pump track in the design.
Terrific. We always like to remind band members to keep a real close eye on those job postings. So many opportunities coming up, often within the Upper Nicola Band, including a notable from the Highland Valley Copper Line.
Yes, they're actually doing a career open house at the Highland Valley Tech Mine, and that'll take place on the 22nd of November.
One more, Diana, a reminder to band members who may have changed their addresses, phone numbers, payment information, to make absolute certain that all those details are current with the UNB office.
Yes, I urge everybody to on a yearly or every time you change housing or anything, contact AP at uppernicola.com. That way we can have your current address, email, e-transfer, everything that we're going to need to get a hold of you so that we can have prompt and quick service for you.
Oh Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. You can hum along if you'd like. Not only green in summer's heat, but also winter's snow and sleet. This is a bigger and better than ever Christmas tree enchantment fundraiser this year. The very person who brought this wonderful initiative to life for UNB is standing by. The UNB Live interview coming up next.
Well, its popularity just keeps on growing. The tickets soon to go on sale for Upper Nicola Band's Christmas Tree Enchantment fundraiser. And absolutely no one knows more about this wonderful event than our Upper Nicola Band administrator, Colette Sunday. Colette, thank you for doing this.
Good afternoon, good morning. Nice to be back here to talk about this wonderful community event.
Well, we've touched on this before, but if you don't mind, let's start off by telling everybody just how this Upper Nicola Band fundraiser, the Christmas Tree Enchantment vision, came to life locally, how it came to be, because it was an idea brought by you.
All right. Yes, I've been home now for, I don't know. I think I came back in 2013, and that would be about 12 years I've been serving here as the band administrator. And I was, throughout the time I was gone, I was able to live in my husband's community, Akwesasne. It's a Mohawk community located in Ontario, Quebec, and New York State. And in the particular community he's from, Snai, just Snai, they actually carried out this very similar fundraiser. So they've just completed theirs this year, and it's their 25th annual. So I was able to volunteer. We were able to volunteer at the community center there, the rec center, and got to learn about it and thought it would be a fabulous idea to bring home here to share with our people here at Upper Nicola. We always have great initiatives that we want to fundraise for our community, and took the concept and made a few changes to it. And really, I talked to the people that had been running this in Snai and talked to them, hey, what do you think about us utilizing this idea? It's wonderful, and if we could use the same concept We would love to. And so they said, yeah, by all means, go for it. They actually learned about it in Ottawa at a fundraiser there in the city. And then they took it to their own community, and we've taken it to our community. So it's changed a bit, of course, just looking at the different community environment, what the goal is for fundraising. So definitely that's where the idea came from. So I learned about this while I was away and thought it would be a fabulous idea to bring home.
Ticket sales, we're about to launch.
Yes, we are going to have 10 days of ticket sales starting on Saturday, November 29th. And we are going to operate the ticket sales from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Most days. So I think 8 of the 10 days we're going to run 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's two exceptions. On Friday, December the 5th, we're going to go, we'll extend the ticket sales for 2 hours. So we'll go till 8 p.m. on December 5th. And then the last day of ticket sales, this is a bit unique this year, where we're going to have the ticket sales go into Monday. So we're going to sell tickets on Monday, December 8th until 12 o'clock. And then we're going to do our draws at 1 o'clock. So we'll have 10 days of 10 days for people to come out and check out the wonderful trees, and or you can view them online on our Facebook page, and you can also purchase that way.
Terrific.
Then how many tickets are we printing this year, Colette?
This year we have expanded the printed tickets. We are going up to 90,000. That'll be our goal. Last year we sold out at 70,000. So people were, unfortunately we had to turn people away. But with that, we said, okay, let's extend it a little bit more. So we brought it out to 90,000. So we'll see what we do this year.
Yeah, and more trees. You know what I think is really cool is, I mean, a lot of, raffles, lotteries of the like. We've seen those prices, those ticket prices constantly inch upward. Here, the tickets, just $1.
That's right, $1 a ticket.
And that's and so and all of those proceeds. Let's talk about where some of those where the proceeds are going.
Okay, so for this upcoming year, we have 4 areas again. So last year we had 4 areas. This year we'll have 4. We are going to support again the Enchantment, the Okanagan language program. We are going to provide supports to our youth program, our elders program, and then the 4th one this year is going to be for our community workout gym. So at the community center in Colchana, we need to supply the workout equipment. So we're going to put some monies towards that initiative. So if you think about it, we'll be supporting our children in sports and recreation, and any hobbies that they may have. And so it's always nice to help some of all of our families of Upper Nicola children and children living on the reserve to be eligible to receive these funds to help them out to live a positive lifestyle.
And what would you say would be one of the more popular trees that we have out there?
Okay, well, we know that what we had done, our planning committee has looked at all of the trees that we had in the past, and we, believe it or not, after the fundraiser is complete, we take all of the tickets back to our office, all of the bins are counted. So we look at how many tickets were sold under every tree. It does take a number of hours for staff and volunteers to carry out that task, but we know exactly, we know approximately or very close number on the number of tickets that were sold for every tree. By far, the most 2 popular trees that we have had in the past, and we're going to bring them back again, is the money tree. So we had $1,000, or I think it was $1,100 in cold hard cash, along with the Christmas tree. Second to that, we've always had a living room tree. That's always been popular. So we work with City Furniture and Merritt, and they give us the furniture at cost. So a nice living room couch set, table set, nice 55-inch television. Third Tool tree, very popular. So we have a nice chest for all tools to go into, a number of tools that are always donated by our sponsors. And perhaps we may have, I think we've already gotten a chainsaw that we work with Nikola Chainsaw out of merit to get at cost. So all of these wonderful sponsors come out and help us to accomplish this goal to raise these funds for these 4 important initiatives in the community.
Hmm.
I could go on and on and on. There was just so
what?
many popular trees that we had out there.
Okay, so what are the new trees this year?
Okay, the new trees that you're going to see this year, we have actually got community members that are going to be sponsoring a golf tree. So we have 2 members that, or one family that's going to sponsor a golf tree. They have been volunteering there for a number of years, and they asked about what's the backgrounder to this? If we wanted to give to this initiative, what could we do? And we said, well, you could pick a theme, you could donate the money, we do the shopping, or else you go and you bring in the gifts and you can bring, you can help decorate the tree and have it ready there. So we are going to have a golf tree. That's going to be one of our new additions this year. Second to that, we are going to be looking at, oh yeah, this is a great one. We're calling it the Lucky 7 tree. So we're going to have 7 gifts, 7 winners. So this time we are going to have, instead, like typically, if you buy a ticket for a tree, you're going to win the tree and all of the gifts under it. Well, what we want to do this time is with the Lucky 7 tree is we are going to have 7 people walk away with 1 gift each. So they're going to be really nice, high valued gifts, and it won't be just one winner walking away with a Lucky 7 tree, but we're going to have seven people that will walk away with beautiful gifts.
Yeah, great. Spread the cheer.
Yeah, and then thirdly, one of the other ones we have is, I think there's 2 others that are going to be new, a book tree. So we are going to have some books. We're going to have a Kindle, like an e-reader, and a lot of nice accessories for those people that would just like to relax and have some time to themselves. We'll have a essential oil diffuser. We're going to have a nice coffee maker, teapot with some wonderful teas, things like that. That's going to be our tea tree or a book tree. And then we're going to have a barbecue tree. So we have a nice big folding picnic table and a barbecue, a smoker, Bluetooth speaker that people can enjoy if they're having an outdoor barbecue somewhere. And we will have also a fireplace on that one. So that's the last new tree that we're adding to our list this year.
Paulette, I think it's important to because you mentioned the sponsors and the generous support of the sponsors who help come to the table with products at cost, etc. But can we give a plug to some of these sponsors, or would you like to?
Yeah, for sure. So what we have done this year is we like previous years, we've gone out and we've asked vendors, sponsors that we support through our year, throughout the fiscal year, and we ask them to donate in 4 different categories. So we have Scumheast would be 1 level, and then we would go to NTT, Speetlum, and Shia. So we're wanting to reference the 4 food chiefs, and those are different levels of sponsorship. And when you walk into the Kulshana Church, when everything's all done up, you're going to see a nice display of signs to show who the sponsors are. But I'll just quickly read out the sponsors that I have on hand right now. I'm still searching for a few more sponsors. We're 12 days out, but we're still out there trying to get all of our goals met. So, and when you look at the highest level, we have 3 sponsors there that have come forward with the Scumheast level. RBC Dominion Securities, Rhonda Heimers, BC Hydro, and Hub International Insurance Brokers. The second level we have our JFR Chakin Contracting, McElhaney Consulting, Fortis BC, and MNP. Followed by Snuffy's Construction. The third level of sponsorship, which is up to $1,000, Cala Geoscience out of Kamloops, who we work with on all of our septic systems. We have Unitech Construction, the construction company that's helping with the Enchantment Community Center. Stuik Resources, a joint venture that Upper Nicola is a part of. Springford's Law out of Kamloops. Rico Canada, our IT provider. Mandel Pinder, legal counsel for Upper Nicola. And then our fourth category, 500, up to 500, Home Hardware, Ashcroft and Company. And then we have all of the in-kind donations, and so if you think about the in-kind donations, we have City Furniture, John and Simone Chenoweth, who's donating the Gulf Tree, John, Simone and family. We have Base Coast Festivals, who's donating two local tickets to the Base Coast Festival 2026. We have Nicola Chainsaw, and I think that is my list right now, but just like Santa, I'm going to be checking my list and I'll be checking it twice.
But so it's heartwarming to see that level of support for such a great cause, and that's really what makes UNV special. It really, I mean, it's a band, but it's a family.
Definitely. Yes. It's just such a wonderful time for everyone to come together, to put the trees together, to come and help sell the trees, have a look at the trees. You see a lot of visiting happening, not only from community members, but from people throughout the valley. It's just amazing how people meet up and they're having really great conversations on the space. And I just remember even being in some of the restaurants in the past couple of years, and you would hear people over their coffee just saying like, Upper Nicola's really doing a great job. We just can't wait to get out there. We weren't sure how it was going to go when we brought it out to the reserve in Colchana and having to have people drive out 20 minutes because we'd hosted it for a number of years in the city. Well, this year, over the last few years, we've hosted it right in the community, and we weren't certain how that was going to go. Well, it went off very well. We actually started getting people like coming in from Kamloops, and there's people from the other First Nation communities, as far as Lytton. Somebody won in one of the first years from Princeton, and they continue to drive out to buy their tickets to have a look. They said we won, and I just couldn't believe it. Last year, one lady won one of the trees, and she donated the whole tree. I think it was the boys' tree, she said, or the girls, one of the kids' trees. I think it was the girls' tree. She said, I don't have children, but I bought a ticket. So if I'm going to win, please donate all of these gifts back to children in need or families that could appreciate these gifts. So it's just so wonderful to hear all the stories and how wonderful how people just feel very fortunate to be a part of it, contribute to the cause, and there are some lucky winners out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny story, but you have people that, they'll buy tickets to, support, and they're like, go put it in whatever tree, or, put it in all this tree. And then they win, and then they're like, oh, now we got to go pick it up. And then we got to try to help them figure out, like, what if they're from Boston Bar and all of a sudden they got to bring a living room set home. So it's kind of funny because people are like, ooh, winning, but we got to remember that we have to make sure that we only have security. The security goes from the day before to the day after. Is that correct?
That's right. Well, actually the day of. So we're going to have ticket sales close at 12 on Monday, the 8th. We will do the draws at 1, and we're advertising in advance that we are asking all winners to come and pick up your items by 6 p.m. that day. We really have, it'll be quite a long haul, that 10 days or 10 plus days getting prepared, doing the actual event. So people really want to wind down after that. We're so close. We're in the month of December. People are wanting to have their own time. So really, if we can have people coming out to pick up their gifts after the winners, that would just be wonderful.
This is number 7.
That's right. Yeah, we had to take a short break during COVID. But we have resumed definitely, so getting bigger and bigger every year.
Just watching you talk about how this was born and how it's developed and how it's grown in popularity, how other bands are now interested in what we're doing, to be involved. Your enthusiasm just absolutely shines through this computer screen, and Colette, just can't thank you enough for having the vision to create this vision locally. And what a great time this is, and the stories are fantastic. Back it all up.
I remember the first year we were going to do it. I called a meeting at the Nicola School and I said, hey, I want us to do this fundraiser and this is what we're going to do. And because we're used to doing bottle drives, we're used to doing bake sales, we're doing small fundraisers. And I said, our goal is going to be $20,000. Let's do it. This is how we're going to do it. And they're like, what are you talking about? $20,000? Where, what, how? Are you sure? I don't understand what you're talking about here. So just come, let's do it. Let's do it. So after we did it, people are like, whoa, we sold out. Like that night, the first year we had we were set up at the City Furniture on Main Street, right beside Royal Bank. And we actually sold out, I think it was during the Country Christmas Parade. And people could not believe it. They were at the door trying to come in, and we said, sorry, we only printed 20,000 tickets. We didn't know that we could sell 20,000 tickets. There's three ways to purchase tickets. You can come in person and you can pay with cash, or we will have a debit machine. Further, you can send in a request for an e-transfer. So we will advertise that as we get closer to the event. So right when we kick off the ticket sales, there's going to be an email address where you can send an EFT. We're going to post a form that people will fill out, an e-form. Okay, this is my name, this is my contact information, tick, 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 these are the trees I want, and this is how much I'm going to put, how many tickets under XYZ tree. And they're going to email that to us, and they're going to send us their EFT. We will process it and give them advance, or give them evidence that we have gotten their tickets and they've been placed under those trees. They definitely have the option to take the tree with them. So they go and they take the tree and they take all of the gifts with as a package. There's sometimes some people will donate the tree back to us. So we may, they would say, if there's a family that is in need of a tree, please give it to them. If not, we may reutilize it every year. So guess what? On Boxing Day every year, that's the big initiative. Go find about 20 more trees for the next year and stockpile those and start to get all of the gifts ready to go for the next year. So we're into a cycle, and definitely, yes, people are welcome to take the tree with them.
Tickets for only $1 on sale at Our Lady of Lourdes Church in Quilchena, Saturday, November 29th to December 4th from 10 to 6, between 10 and 8, December 5th from 10 to 6, December 6th and 7th, and between 10 and 12 on the draw date, Monday, December 8th. 1 p.m. is the draw. The tickets available that particular day, assuming there are some left, between 10 and 12. Ticket proceeds again, supporting UNB Silk language education, youth and elders, and the new gym workout equipment for the new Quilchena Community Center. Colette, it has been fantastic to have this visit, as we always do at this time of the year. Great work, and thank you so much for doing this.
Awesome. Thank you for having me here.
Well, that's going to do it for this 30th episode of UNB Live. Diana, who's next?
Well, it's going to be an interesting one next time. We have the chair of the Kustimtima, Carol Holmes, and we're going to be discussing the upcoming strategic planning for the Kustimtima.
So until we meet again, remember, we would always like to hear from you. If you have some guest suggestions, etc., you can always reach us at communications at uppernicola.com. Stay safe, everyone.
Hi, tam hula. Hey, hey.